Hello, Mermaid Beams. So, I decided to make another reading because I just felt like it. I usually don't post my readings because usually they're personal for me or others, but I felt really called to pull a few cards and to talk about. I asked for a message for everyone who might be feeling hopeless or trapped and anxious right now. Anyone at all. I pulled out 4 cards, as you can see in this picture, and I will go in depth with every one of them. First card we've got right here is Change, or 2 of Pentacles. Do take time to look at the card itself, the art, the visual, and let's talk about it. So 2 of Pentacles, or Change, in this deck is about restoring balance, which you can actually see. This is why I'm asking you to look at the card itself. You can see the man balancing 2 opposite things, kind of like yin and yang energies, black and white opposites. There is a big sort of focus on the balance between work and play. What I'm seeing here as a message is that you might be too caught up in trying to survive right now, because the times are very uncertain and stressful, and we're all trying to just make it. And doing that, it's a good thing to do, obviously. It's a noble cause and we're trying to survive, but you lost the sight of the balance between working and playing. Because as frivolous as playing might seem right now, it is a vital part of survival. We cannot survive by just grinding ourselves into the ground. So the message with this card that I've got for you from my guides was to just go with the flow for a while. If you feel like you're about to burn out, or if you feel like you have burned out, find a way to find pause in your life. If you cannot completely pause your life, most of us cannot, I cannot, find little ways you can insert a little bit of play in all of your work. Right, second card, look at it, right? First of all, the scary word, cruelty. Do not be disturbed, do not be intimidated. I always have a habit when I shuffle, and if I get that card, I always have like a spike in anxiety. It's not bad. It's sword energy. 9 of Swords is the card universally across tarot. Let's talk. So 9 of Swords talks about problems here right now that cause you anguish, that cause you stress, that cause us all anxiety, pain maybe. It depends on the problem. Each one of us has different problems and a different understanding of how serious they are. But the main message here, universally across the board for all of us, me included, is that we're being too critical and hard on ourselves. This is what the guides emphasized. You're being too hard on yourself. Let that anguish go. Let that self-criticism go. Inhale and exhale all the meanness that you've been putting on yourself. Do not judge yourself so harsh. It's a hard time. You're having a hard time. We all are. Be gentle to yourself. Next up, we have a Major Arcana card, which I was very excited about. And it is one of my favorites. We actually have 2 of my favorite Major Arcana cards in the reading today. So the first one is the number 1, the Magician. It's a very powerful energy. And in the context of this reading, it shows me a promise. It tells us to, the whole reading tells us to find the balance, be gentle with ourselves. And I feel like the magician here is, it's like the promise of something better coming. If you find it in yourself to treat yourself nicely and with love. Magician is a lot about communication and timing, divine timing, if you will. Things will be there and they will appear for you and manifest in time. Give it time. And remember that you create your will, your life, your reality. You manifest your reality not alone, but with somebody, be it a spirit, be it God, or be it just other people. Do not hesitate to ask for help. This is what I am guilty of personally. I get too hard on myself, and then I am so stuck in it that I don't think to ask for help. And here's how it ties back to the Nine of Swords. You have to stop doing that so you can be able to call out for help. Sometimes you really need it. Actually, today I had an experience in my life that really taught me that lesson. So it all lines up really well. So ask, I have it in capitals in my notes because my guides were very adamant. Ask for help. Do not be embarrassed or self-conscious or anxious to ask for help. Please, you might say hear a no, and that's okay. You will hear a yes. There will be a person who helps. Last but not least is another one of my favorite major arcana cards is 3. It's the Empress. And again, if you look at the visual, again, the Magician was an amazing visual to me. I really love that card. But look at the Empress, please. It is such a harmonious visual. It's softly symmetrical. She really visually represents the femininity, harmony, softness, Venus energy. There is animals around her. It's a beautiful, beautiful, harmonious picture. Empress is about loving wisdom, she's wise, but she's not uppity about it. She's and we're not talking gender here. It's an energy, right? So to me here in this context, I feel like loving wisdom would mean maybe when you do ask for help, like Magician asks you to, somebody that you've come upon with such energy, like the Empress, just wise and loving, perhaps a little bit older than you, will be there for you and will be able to help you. I got a lot of messages about the feminine strength here, because obviously the Empress, but it was very emphasized to me that it is a Venus energy. It is a feminine energy, like feminine strength, yin energy, abundance. So this someone will be able to uplift you and reassure you that you're not weak, reassure you in your strength, in your inner strength. Kind of, I'm getting in my mind the line of, look how much you have been through, and yet you're still here. Look how strong you are. Look how resilient. I'm like tearing up. And then abundance. It's not even necessarily monetary abundance, but it could be. But it also is spiritual. And what it tells me here is the harmony, the less anxiety about maybe monetary things, maybe spiritual things, human relationships. So it is a beautiful energy and it's a beautiful message. Now let's look at all of our cards together yet again and look at them with the meanings that I've just talked about. And this, to me, is such an incredibly concise message. How I always know I pulled the right cards and I got the message that my guides wanted me to get today. When it makes a concise, logical message. So, Two of Pentacles, yeah? It goes from change to cruelty, right? So the change, find the balance. Stop being cruel to yourself. Yeah? Stop being critical. Let that go. And then there's the Magician, that is about, once you let go of bad self-talk and cruelty towards yourself and all that criticism, you're able to communicate clear and ask for help. And you remember that there's people around you that can help you. And that's what's incredible. You suddenly realize you're in a world full of people, and most of them are amazing and are ready to help you. And then you get the Empress as the end. You get this amazing energy. Either it comes upon you and you feel that energy, or you meet a person who exudes that energy, that Venus, yin, loving wisdom, beautiful feminine strength that leads you to this spiritual and maybe monetary abundance. And if this is not a happily ever after in this context, I don't know what is. So, yeah, I really hope you guys found some comfort in the message that I gave you. Please remember it. Please remember what I told you, whatever card means. And I hope you find your Empress energy. Stay safe, be gentle. I love you.